Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Actually, I should say buenas tardes. It is now afternoon here. So welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I'm the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Puerto Vallarta. Today is Saturday, May 9th, and we are continuing with our annual theme, which is 2020 Spiritual Vision. The topic for this month and for today is Listen to Your Heart. A couple of suggested books you can read this month are 7,000 Ways to Listen by Mark Nepo and The Greater Work of Your Life by Stephen Cope. So each week we open up with a spiritual practice called affirmative prayer, also known as spiritual mind treatment. This is a powerful tool and a practical tool that shifts our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present in our life. It aligns our thoughts with all good. So let's move into today's service with intention, as we do each week, with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. I'll be reading from May 12th, 2014. Spiritual mind treatment, I'll remind you, is always done in the first person. So I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. I am at peace. There is one presence, one power, and one mind in the universe. It is the essence of all that is, infinite, eternal, and unconditional good. It is the presence of peace, the power of love, the mind of God. I am one with this presence, the expression of a unique idea in the mind of God, given form through thought, love, and law. Peace is the eternal essence of my being. I know that I'm open to my awareness in this infinite presence. I experience a transcendent sense of unity. I feel the life of God coursing through my body, the wisdom of God flowing through my mind, and the unconditional love of God welling up in my heart. No challenge or seeming loss can stem from this sense of oneness. Its glow bathes every person, place, or event that I encounter, and is reflected back to me, magnified and expanded. As I move through my day in this consciousness, calm and serene in its loving presence, I feel the grace of God surround and suffuse me. I am at peace. My gratitude for this peace, this grace, this love knows no bounds as I release my word to the law with perfect uncertainty and its fulfillment. And so it is. So let's just review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. Just bring those up on the screen. So our purpose is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, which is to educate and support each other so we can create the life we desire that works for us right now. And our mission statement is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. So I'd just like to remind everyone that everybody here is welcome. It doesn't matter what your background is. It's important that you show up as who you are. So please, come one, come all. Our teaching is a philosophy called the science of mind, a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. We offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth. And we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he studied both Eastern and Western texts to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. Each week, we offer a service with inspirational messages. So normally this would be held downtown in a restaurant, but since we are still in isolation, I welcome you to my living room. We look forward to once again supporting our local mom and pop style traditional restaurant, where we have time afterwards for some discussion and to enjoy some of their home style cooking. Some more information on that will be updated on our website, and we'll include the location, address, and directions to get there here over the airport. But that is only once we are able to resume social gathering. So if you have any questions, you can either post them here online or send me a direct email, and I will certainly respond. So today is Saturday, and it is Mother's Day tomorrow. So in this week, we are honoring mothers. The first sense to develop in the embryo is sound. And the first sound an embryo hears is its mother's heartbeat. That heartbeat, the voice of the heart, is primal. It is the wisdom and guidance of the universe, of the divine. It is where our intuition resides. It is forever speaking, guiding, and imparting itself to, through, and as us. When we listen and pay attention, really pay attention, we can hear the call upon our lives. Today, we're going to take a closer look at Mother Nature and that mother in all of us, that which I call love. So now let's move into our powerful spiritual practice of 60 seconds of silence. This is a time to practice peace and of letting go. So we'll move into this 60 seconds of silence by listening to my dear friends, Reverend Tammy and Steph Saman, singing in this very room. This very room is quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough peace and quite enough power to walk through our every fear. For spirit We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we do live in harmony, for peace has come as we are one. Mother Teresa says this quote, she says, God speaks in the silence of the heart. Listening is the beginning of a prayer. And that is so beautiful in itself. We live in a world that provides us with many opportunities to distract ourselves from life. And this is so true right now with us being in isolation and in sheltering in place. Some of us, myself included, have been escaping the reality around us by watching too much TV or being on Facebook too much. Now, don't get me wrong. If you weren't here now on Facebook, you'd be missing out on the wonderful concerts and inspirational messages brought to you by many of our member communities of the Centers for Spiritual Living, and the wonderful music provided by many talented musicians. So please continue your Facebook attendance. But sometimes I'll speak for myself, I get carried away for far too long, lost in the world of Facebook land. Unfortunately, many of us also get away from the practice of listening to our heart, to our true voice, which is the voice of our own soul. It is the voice of spirit. We get caught in this swirl of daily life, and we forget that the gift has already been given. Sometimes, because we are so distracted, we may not even be aware of that. And to paraphrase Glinda, the Good Witch in The Wizard of Oz, everything we were looking for was right there with us all along. The peace, the joy, the harmony, and the love. So with all the staying at home and sheltering in place orders and the social distancing rules, I haven't gotten out much since about mid-February, other than going to the automated bank teller or to the grocery store. So this past Monday, I ventured out to the bank to go inside and request that they help me set up online banking so that I could pay my telephone bill on my cell phone or computer instead of going all the way to the telephone company and standing in line there again with a bunch of people. So I was at the bank for quite a while. So I was very anxious to get back home to my safe haven that I barely even noticed being outside. But what I did notice on my way home was that my laundromat was open. Oh, joy! I don't have to wash my clothes by hand anymore. Can you imagine the excitement, right? Simple things that we would take for granted before all of this sheltering in place. So I wasn't outside for long, but I was out in the fresh air and the sunshine, and that brought me joy. But what excited me more was that my laundromat was open. Silly, right? So on Wednesday morning, I took a large load of laundry to get washed, dried, nicely folded at my local lavanderia. So it's about a 7-block walk from my house. So I took an Uber there because it was far too long of a walk carrying a big, awkward, bulky load. But I decided to walk back home. And then it hit me. I was outside in the sun, a block away from the ocean. The sky was so clear and blue, and the air was so clean and fresh. The trees were all in bloom, vibrant shades of yellow and red and pink. I was in awe. I just needed to stop for a moment and take it all in. I had forgotten the nature or the beauty of nature. So it was a nice little refresher for me. And here's another quote that Ernest Holmes has to say. The universe holds nothing against us. No matter how many mistakes we have made, we are still perfect beings within. And the within may become the without if we will carefully train ourselves to listen to the inner voice of truth, which speaks to us in our moments of quietness and solitude. So, just like I passed taking that opportunity to take in all the beauty around me, I invite you right now to find a still point, that sweet spot of quieting the mind and listening to the heart. Perhaps being out in nature, but just listen. Listen to that primal rhythm of life. Feel it pulsing through your entire being. This is the song of the universe. That one song, singing just for you, revealing its wisdom through you and as you. What is that message? What wisdom does it impart? So some of you may have already seen this on Facebook, especially if you are one of my friends from Kelowna. But let me tell you a story about my friend Sandy McAfee, a singer, songwriter, musician, and her trip to Margaret Falls, a beautiful waterfall at the end of a long hike in a provincial park and wooded area in central British Columbia, Harold Park. So I know this area very well. I've visited it many times. And there, in the middle of nature, she thought she heard someone playing music, playing a guitar. So she followed the path to the end of the waterfall. But there wasn't anyone there. She was alone at the base of the waterfall. Yet she could still hear the music. It was the waterfall singing its song. So she went back and got her guitar and came again the next day. And as she sat there listening to the song again, she wrote a song about it. And when I first heard that song, her singing it, it was at her CD release party. And while she was playing this song, she had this beautiful and amazing orchestra playing on a background track. I could hear Margaret Falls singing this song as if I was there in person next to the waterfall. When I closed my eyes, I could see the beauty of the waterfall. I could hear the music. I could feel the mist kissing upon my skin. And I could smell the fresh scent of the forest around me. It was truly amazing. But wait, the story gets even more interesting. So as I was writing this talk, well, actually typing the notes for this talk, I received a video through Messenger. But I didn't know this at the time because they had just shut down my computer. So I saw it the next morning. And to my surprise, it was a message from, guess who? Right, Sandy McAfee. Wouldn't it be funny if she had mentioned something about Margaret Falls? Well, to my delight and surprise, it was. She sent me a video of Margaret Falls right now with all the rainfall and the heavy flow. It was actually quite dangerous to go there because it was so much power in the waterfall. But can you see the connection between each other? We are connected. It doesn't matter the distance that we are apart from each other. We are all connected to this one mind. The same time I was writing about Margaret Falls, she was sending me a video of Margaret Falls. And that's just one demonstration. Imperfection as a reminder. Let me show you a picture of Margaret Falls. This is the waterfall standing at the base. And you can see on the left-hand side of the waterfall, it looks like a little hole. It's a cave. And if it's not too heavy of a flow, and if you're brave enough, you can actually climb up and go into the cave on the other side of the waterfall. Now, I recommend having good, secure shoes because it is slippery. And the first time that I had done this, I had slipped and actually broke my toe and still had to walk all the way back out to the campground. So it was still a beautiful experience. I love waterfalls, but this Margaret Falls in particular sings to my heart. And so it's just so beautiful that Sandy wrote a song to remind me. So hopefully I'll have a recording of her singing that song, and I'll post it both on Facebook and on the website so you can enjoy it and hear it for yourself. So I have another quote from Ernest Holmes and Mark Nepo. Mark Nepo says, excuse me, early on the immensely gifted boy was listening to the waterfall of music cascading out of the eternal silence while holding off the storm of the world. He kept working his gift as his gift worked him. He kept searching for the still point, not to retreat from life, but from which to encourage or engage the music of life more directly. And Ernest Holmes says, "Sweet song of the silence, forever singing in my heart. Words cannot express, the tongue cannot tell. Only the heart knows the songs which were never sung, the music which was never written. I have heard that great harmony and felt that great presence. I have listened to the silence, and in the deep places of life, I have stood naked and receptive to thy songs, and they have entered my soul. I am lost in the mighty depths of thy inner calm and peace." Just hearing that calms my soul. So I am so grateful for my friend Sandy for capturing the song of nature through Margaret Falls. It opens my heart to pure, unconditional love. And so when we are in the practice of listening to our hearts, we are then able to be in a relationship with others in a more authentic and compassionate way. Through empathic listening to others, we have the realization that we are always connected and that there is just one thing going on. There is just spirit expressing itself. We are then guided to the most compassionate choices, actions, and ways of being with one another. So I'd like to offer you a forest meditation at this time. So if you would like to just get comfortable in your chair or couch or floor or bed, wherever you are, and just allow your body to begin to relax. And just allow your eyes to gently close. And just take in a few collective deep breaths. And in your mind's eye, imagine yourself walking down a path through a forest. The path is soft beneath your shoes, a mixture of soil, fallen leaves, pine needles, and moss. As you walk, your body relaxes and your mind clears more and more with each step you take. Breathe in that fresh mountain air, filling your lungs completely and exhaling completely. And take in another deep breath and letting it go. And just continue to breathe at your own pace. And imagine walking through the forest. The air is cool but comfortable. And sunlight filters through the trees. Listen to the sounds of the forest. The birds are singing. A gentle breeze is blowing. The leaves on the trees sway in the soft wind. Feel your body relaxing any tension leaving your body as you admire the nature all around you. As you continue to walk through the forest, you begin to climb up a slight incline. You easily tread along the path, feeling at one with nature. The breeze continues to blow through the trees, but you are sheltered on the path, and the air around you is calm. Notice all the different trees and the color of the leaves. Some leaves light green and shades of yellow. Others are a dark, deep, true forest green. Many trees have needles that look very soft and very green. The forest floor is thick with green moss. Tall trees grow on either side of the path. Notice the variety of trees. Some have smooth white bark. Others are darker with coarse, heavy bark, deeply grooved. Breathe in deeply and enjoy the fresh scent of the pine trees. Just smell the forest around you. The air is fresh and filled with the scent of the trees, the soil, and the mountain stream. In the distance, you can hear the sound of that stream, the gentle sound of water flowing. As you continue to walk through the forest, you're getting closer to the sound of the running stream. Ahead, the path curves. And as you near the top of the mountain, you hear the stream very close now. You can see sunlight streaming onto the path. And as you round the corner of the path, you hear and see the waterfall. There is a clearing in the trees up ahead, and a beautiful lookout point awaits. In this clearing is a large, smooth rock, like a chair waiting for you to rest. This rock is placed perfectly for you to sit and observe the waterfall. So sit on the rock if you wish. It's very comfortable. You feel very comfortable and at ease while the sun shines down on you. Feel the warmth in your body as you relax on the rock. And enjoy the majestic landscape around you. And feel your body relaxing even more. You feel calm and at peace, in unity with nature all around you. Enjoy this peaceful place and listen to your heart. When you are ready to leave this peaceful place, slowly begin to make your way back down the path, retracing your steps. And know that you can return to this place in your imagination at any time you like. And as you reawaken, keep with you that feeling of calm, peace, relaxation. And just wiggle your fingers and toes to waken up all your muscles. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes. So our closing thoughts for today. First of all, I want to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day. So thank you to all of you that gave birth to and or nurtured another human life, or an animal life, or a plant life. It is the most important job and responsibility for anyone to take on. And we are grateful for the continuity and the rhythm of life itself. We are grateful for the divine wisdom, ever present and available. We are grateful for that inner voice that never leads us astray. We still our mind and open our hearts and listen. So let me share with you our affirmation for today. I practice my gift of complete freedom by listening to my higher self, and I completely trust the process. So now is our time of mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to and bless the financial gifts that you give today. So any donations that you have can be made through our website, www.cslpv.org, and I'll put that up on a slide in just a moment. So we also have some affirmations. So if you would like to join me in those, here's our website. And our affirmations. If you would like to repeat after me, I know that my giving blesses and multiplies. All that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. And together we say, I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for showing up and coming here to share this time together. Namaste.